Welcome back. Today I'm going to try to solve some puzzles on chess.com as part of my puzzle run number 5. A week or two ago, I reset my puzzle rating and I've been working my way back up. If you're new to my channel, I'm not a titled player or a chess coach. I'm just a random person trying to get better at chess, and one of the ways that I do that is by trying to solve chess puzzles. In my last video, I made it to 12:01, and I'll just do as much as I can here today in the about half hour that I have allotted. It does look like I have a check right here with my queen on e5, and I think their only legal move is to block that with the pawn, and then I'll take it, then they'll have to block with the rook, and I'll take that too, and I think that's checkmate, so that's what I'm going to do. Okay, that was what, a 3-move checkmate? Usually when you reset your puzzle rating and start over at 400, the first several dozen probably are either mates in ones or a hanging piece, usually very simple. But at around this rating, 1,000 and higher, they should start getting a little bit more complicated. And I haven't even been using my puzzles checklist that I developed for higher rated puzzles because most of these have been relatively simple up to this point. But I'm going to try to keep in mind that I need to reintroduce the checklist at some point when they start getting a little bit more complex. In this puzzle, I do have a check, but that's not a good one, I don't think. Oh wait, I have a check down here because my rook is guarding h7. Because in my original puzzles checklist, that's the first thing that I look for. In my updated puzzles checklist, I also do a material count. Here my opponent is slightly ahead on material because we both have queens, but they have 2 rooks and a minor piece, whereas I have 2 minor pieces and a rook, so they are ahead. And on the new checklist, I look for how much danger I'm in, and it does look like I'm in some degree of danger here, so that makes me want to check, but their king is going to move over, and when it does, I will be able to check again, but it'll be down here or up here, probably down there. If I check on h8, then the king will have to come out here, but then I can take this rook with check, and I think they'll have to block with the queen at that point. Or move. I guess they could move out of check. If they move out of check, then I'm not sure exactly what I would do. This one definitely seems complicated. It doesn't seem like a checkmate. I'm just picking off a pawn, forcing their king to run. When it does, if I check again, they have to come up. I get a rook, which puts me ahead on material, but they're definitely not mated yet because they can get out. If they blocked with the queen, I would take the bishop, so I don't think they'll block with the queen. They get out, but when they get out of check, then I can bring the rook over here to the d file and check them again. And they would have to go down there. Ooh, I'm going to try it. I've wasted a lot of time on this puzzle. It has to be going down here, doesn't it? And then it has to be coming back up here. I'm pretty sure. I mean, because I could check back here on h4, but then I don't get anything out of it. So I'm going to go here. Okay, it was just taking the rook. Usually when you start off the puzzle down on material, it's not just picking up a piece. Usually it's a checkmating sequence or something, but this one kind of threw me off and I only got 5 points because it took me so long. I think what worked at each stage of that, at every move, is that there was no other move that worked for me. So I just made the moves that worked. Next puzzle. Now here, I may be up on material because I have a queen. They don't have a queen. If we take these rooks and we each have a knight, so I have a queen for their rook and bishop, but they're up, what, 4 pawns? 3 pawns? Sure why they just did that. I don't know what they should have done, but it probably wasn't that. I don't know. I can check them 2 different places. I can check them with the knight here on f5 if they take with the... No, I was going to say if they took with the rook, I would take back, but both of their rooks are pointed there. So that's probably not a good idea. I just lose a knight. I can also check down here on e1, which they could block with the rook. And if they do block with the rook, then I get the knight. Okay, what else could they do? Well, they can't get out of check there because of my knight. So they could move over, but if they move over, then I take the knight with check. So is this one also just picking up a piece? Okay, then what's the difference from checking here then? Because I can also get the knight. No, because in that case, they could block with the rook and then my queen is pinned. Okay, so it's probably e1 and picking up the knight with check. Okay, that one was rated 1385, but it seemed really simple. I mean, it took me a few seconds because while I was talking, I was looking at other possibilities, but that queen check seemed like the only thing to do, and then the knight was just sitting there. Okay, next. Okay, I am in a lot of danger. I think my opponent is slightly up on material, but I can move this knight anywhere and it's check. I don't know. If I move it out here, then the king can come toward it, and then the knight's in danger 2 different ways, but I guess I get their bishop too, but they're about to checkmate me. That's the thing. I'm 1 move away from checkmate, so I've got to destroy them at this point. So what about coming back this way with the knight? Oh my goodness. I'm going to move the knight to e5, and that might be wrong. It was wrong. All right. Then maybe it was the queen down here to f4, the other one that I saw. Just going to go to the analysis board and see, after they played this was a blunder that gives me mate in 3 if I go to knight to c5, which is what I said first. Okay, then what do I do when they come up here? Oh, if they come up here, I would check them protected by the knight. They would have to go back, and then I would follow them, and then they would have to go back. I'm still not sure how that would work out. Okay, so let's play knight to c5. Okay, yeah, if they played here, wait, what? It says if they played queen to d6, I would take the bishop and that's mate. Wait, what about, okay, I do have the queen to d7 mate. Okay, this would be mate. Oh, wow, I didn't even see that. Okay, but no, it says if they played here, I would actually just take the bishop and that's checkmate. So I had to play here. It says king to c8 is their best move. That's just straight back. Because if they went to b8, I have the bishop. That's why I had to go here to c5 instead of e5, because I'm aiming at the bishop too. So they drop back. I am still going to take the bishop, but it's not mate because they can move over, but then this is mate. Oh my goodness. Why didn't I see that? Let's start this again. I come back here, my knight's protecting that square and this square. That's why it had to be c5. Oh, and the puzzle would have stopped. The puzzle would have stopped, even though that would have been their best move. Hold on, why did it stop then? I played here. Yeah, their best move would have been this, and oh, I have multiple options. I can either go to d7 or b7. Okay, all right. Next puzzle. I do have a hard time visualizing where all those pieces are going to be. This, it's given me an easy one because this is check. They have to move away, and then we're going to have a checkmate down there. Pretty sure, because my rook's not pinned, so... Gave me an 800 rated puzzle, but that one should have been 400 rated. That is one of the most basic checkmates. Next. Wait, that's the same thing. What? It's the same thing, except, is it the queen was up there? Pretty sure. Well, of course I got 2 in a row. It was the exact same puzzle. Just the queen was in a slightly different location. That's really weird. And I hesitated so long because I was stunned by that I only got 11 points. Next. All right, we got a different puzzle this time. I am playing with the white pieces. We are about equal on material, but they are up a rook for one of my minor pieces. I mean, I think I have to check on the H file. They can't move over here or there because of the rook and the bishop, or there because of the knight, so that's just checkmate. Checkmate in 1. Is it not? Wow, how fast did I have to go on that one to get more than 5 points? I thought I went pretty quickly. I was expecting like 8 or 10 points. But yeah, the knight and the bishop and the rook all cover those squares. Next. Playing with the black pieces. I think I have to come forward 1, and then no matter what they do, I'll have checkmate. Oh, okay. Checkmate. Okay, that one I got fast enough to get 14 points. Yeah, the problem was I couldn't have checked first because they could have just taken this pawn or come out this way, so I had to put my king there first, and I wasn't worried about them promoting because the rook was still in front of that pawn. Next. Okay, I can check them over here. They will have to move over. I think that's their only legal move, and then I'll have checkmate. Well, that one also seemed relatively simple. I don't know if it does this to you or not, but it does seem like when I'm on a streak, but then I miss one, then I get several in a row that seem really easy. But maybe that one seemed really easy to you guys too. I don't know. Next. Where are my pieces? Okay, I can check. Can't come this way or here or here. I have to go down. If I check with the rook on h6, they have to go down. I can check again, then they get away. Or I could check with the other rook on g6, and then they have to block, and then I take it, and that's mate. Okay, I saw that one fast enough to get 11 points, but yeah, I don't know why. I was starting with the outside rook first when the inside rook was clearly the option because the outside rook was cutting off the entire 7th rank. Not sure how far I'm going to get today, as I said at the beginning, but it's looking like probably around 1300. Next. I do have a check. I have a check with the rook as well. I think those are my only 2 checks. If I check with the bishop, I have 3 different options, one of which attacks my rook, which I don't want them to do. Oh, wait. If I check them here, their rook is behind that. So if they come toward my rook, I would check them by taking the bishop, forcing them to take it, and then I would get their rook. I think that's going to be it. And I'll have a bishop left, so I should be able to hold on. Right? It's got to be this, because if I just save my rook now, then they save their rook. I'm going to do that. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna have a fun time trying to win this though, because this pawn is close. When that advances, I'm gonna have to move my king toward it, I guess, and then try to get this bishop back over here. I'm thinking. Next. Okay. That's checkmate. Well, that put me over 1300, and I do have some time left, but I like to end, at a milestone rather than like in the middle of the 1300s. So I'm going to stop here. But yeah, this one seemed incredibly simple because there's a name for this. Not sure what it is. It's not exactly that checkmate. Is that the swallow's tail or dovetail checkmate? Because in this case, my king has to be guarding another square, but it's very similar because the queen guards the diagonal and the file. Okay, I feel pretty good about that. I'm going to go back to the one that I missed real quick. Let's see. Let's play this problem. But yeah, all because I put the knight in the wrong spot. So I understand. Thank you for spending your time here. Let me know what you're doing to get better at chess, and I'll see you next time.